Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Before we begin, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Breaking news. Consider this. That seat you've been occupying all morning is finally ready, fresh off the press. Many in the studio could hear Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa chuckling. They have been companions for ages. Life has accompanied me for decades, like a vintage friend. However, fans will forever recall that morning, when Kelly's gaze lost its shimmer and the laughter ceased. With a trembling voice, she shattered her pledge to co-host Mark Consuelos. Our farewell differed from the usual. At that specific instant, millions across the U.S. were captivated. Join us as we discuss the tearful parting, the enduring romance and alliance that preceded it, and the profound life lessons you might discover in Kelly's tears. Trust me, this tale will keep you pondering long after the show ends. It holds numerous surprises, sorrowful conclusions, and touching instances. Initially, it appeared to be just another broadcast. The audience was vibrating with anticipation. The set was gleaming, and the chemistry between Kelly and Mark was palpable. Yet, observant viewers detected a distinct shift. Kelly's grin seemed slightly altered. Mark, usually so confident and humorous, was significantly more silent. What occurred next? Even the showrunners were blindsided by the speech, the hesitation, and the tears that emerged suddenly. Kelly uttered phrases and hushed as she gripped Mark's hand. "When you aren't here, I'm lost." In that split second, it was evident this wasn't a standard episode. You authored the narrative, authentic and genuine. To grasp the gravity of the scenario and its impact, we must rewind. Kelly Ripa arrived at Live in 2001 to succeed the late legendary Regis Philbin. Immediately, audiences noted Kelly differed from typical TV icons. Her presence was unique. Her manner of speaking mimicked a chat at your own breakfast table. She shared anecdotes about her children and poked fun at herself. She never strove for perfection. Millions of Americans, particularly those tracking her career for 20 years, witnessed her rise to stardom. Her relationships deepened. The tears of their peers demonstrate that even away from the cameras, they remain human. Kelly's narrative feels incomplete without Mark. They first crossed paths in 1995 on the set of All My Children. An intense, nearly spiritual bond formed instantly. The world was stunned when they eloped in Las Vegas a year later. It marked the beginning of a voyage few Hollywood pairs survive. Their union and family life proved love flourishes even in tough times. They managed their careers, reared 3 children, and navigated life. When Mark guested on Kelly's show in 2023, viewers witnessed something spectacular, a romance unfolding in real time. Unrehearsed banter, genuine laughter, no deceit. What made Kelly's farewell is the raw nature of live television. No filters, retakes, or edits. All of what you see is authentic, unaltered, and exposed. Kelly couldn't conceal her weeping that day. Her voice cracked without a commercial break to save her. Nothing in the script could contain her emotions. It wasn't merely a talk show, it was a woman crumbling due to loss, transition, and bidding adieu to millions. Real lives unfolding. In an era of pre-recorded content, it highlighted the power of live TV. As Kelly's emotions poured out, focus shifted to Mark. Some expected a joke to lighten the mood. Others expected him to carry on. Instead, his behavior shifted profoundly. He simply grasped her hand. His eyes reflected decades of adoration as he murmured consoling words intended only for her. That silent gesture outweighed any scripted speech. Genuine bonds are quietly resilient. This reminded fans of the power of presence during a breakdown. The moment went viral instantly. Social media flooded with sorrowful yet supportive posts. One user noted, "I feel I've matured alongside Kelly, and seeing her cry felt like a personal family loss." Another stated, "This concludes an era. Mornings will never be the same." The outpouring surpassed mere celebrity worship. Many felt a deep connection to Kelly and Mark. Viewers in their 60s who had aged with the couple felt they were parting with old pals. That's the magic of television, isn't it? How 2 screen figures can become integral to our. The entertainment industry was jolted and touched when the beloved duo shared a tearful goodbye. For decades, their saga has been a rare Hollywood example of endurance, deep affection, and longevity. But when Kelly Ripa bid farewell to her husband with watery eyes in a sweet, candid moment, everyone felt her anguish. Many were captivated by this romance. In the mid-90s, they met on the set of All My Children. What started as on-screen chemistry quickly transformed into real-life affection. They wed in 1996 against all odds. As they raised their family, they handled the pressures of fame. Fans seeking long-term devotion in an industry famous for fleeting flings found hope in their marriage. They raised 3 kids and shared major milestones. They always appeared authentic, approachable, and inspiring. Whether on the red carpet or in frank discussion, people appreciated that Kelly was transparent about the highs and lows of marriage. She never hid the reality, yet always praised their closeness. The ending that breaks hearts. Kelly Ripa's voice shattered as she gave Mark Consuelos her all during a recent emotional broadcast. She wept as she expressed gratitude for his love and support. Witnesses described it as raw and sincere, noting she felt the weight of their journey intensely. Mark also appeared moved. His expression displayed pride mixed with sorrow, as if her words touched him deeply and the farewell saddened him. Many fans noted it was the first time seen this usually cheerful pair look so vulnerable on air. The internet erupted immediately. Clips of the farewell circulated on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. "I've never wept this much over a famous couple, and Kelly and Mark remind us what true devotion looks like," were among the comments. Why did this farewell resonate? Kelly's goodbye shifted more than just celebrity gossip. Topics of love, trust, and the bittersweet nature of change were discussed. Kelly's tears were felt by many, whether greeting a loved one, reminiscing, or adjusting to life shifts. This was Kelly Ripa at her most vulnerable. People always viewed her as humorous and energetic. Fans saw more than a TV host saying goodbye to her husband. They saw a woman opening her heart. In a time when image is everything, people craving authenticity appreciated the realism. The legacy remains. There is more to Kelly and Mark's tale, even though parting was difficult. Genuine relationships are built on mutual respect, constant support, and facing life's hurdles together. This is proven by the fact that their love continues to move people. Fans will forever recall the difficulty of that goodbye because it highlights their closeness and the reality of their story. Many adore Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, whether together on screen or apart. Their emotional farewell wasn't just another tabloid story. It was a poignant reminder of how beautiful and fragile love can be. Fans globally felt her sorrow and cherished the romance. Many watched the footage and agreed. Kelly and Mark's bond isn't just adorable. It proves love can endure, even when it's time to say goodbye. The silence that followed was deafening. It wasn't just the quiet of a studio audience holding its breath. It was the hush of a nation realizing that the comfortable rhythm of their mornings had been irrevocably altered. For years, the coffee mugs on that desk represented more than just caffeine. They symbolized consistency in a chaotic world. Now, as the cameras panned away and the lights dimmed, the empty space between their chairs seemed to scream louder than any dialogue ever could. It was a stark reminder that even the most golden eras must eventually face the sunset. What truly resonates about this transition is how it forces us to look at our own lives. We project so much onto Kelly and Mark because they reflect the best versions of ourselves, flawed but trying, exhausted but loving. When Kelly spoke about not knowing where to go without him, she voiced a universal fear of separation that exists in every deep partnership. It wasn't about a television contract or a hosting gig. It was about the terrifying prospect of navigating the spotlight without your anchor. In that vulnerability, the barrier between celebrity and viewer completely dissolved. We weren't watching a superstar. We were watching a wife terrified of losing her other half's daily presence. Behind the scenes, the story is insiders say that once the cameras cut, the facade didn't just drop, it was never there to begin with. The embrace they shared off-air was reportedly even longer and more tearful than what made it to the broadcast. Crew members, many of whom have been with the show since the Regis days, were seen wiping their eyes. One producer noted, "You think you're making a TV show, and then you realize you've been documenting a real-life romance novel for 20 years. That authenticity is the secret sauce that no algorithm or focus group can replicate. You cannot manufacture the way Mark looks at her when she's speaking, or the way Kelly instinctively reaches for his arm when she laughs. This moment also brings their family journey full circle. We have watched Michael, Lola, and Joaquin grow from babies mentioned in opening monologues to adults forging their own paths. The empty nest that Kelly and Mark have frequently discussed suddenly feels much larger. This farewell feels like the final graduation, not of the children, but of the parents. They have guided their family to independence, and now they are facing a new chapter that is solely about them. Fans have speculated that this emotional break might be the couple's way of finally reclaiming the time they gave to the public for so long. Is this goodbye a tragedy, or is it the ultimate act of self-care? Social media continues to be a digital vigil. Hashtags supporting the couple are trending alongside compilations. The Halloween costumes, the trivia fails, the marriage debates that felt like they were pulled from our own living rooms. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. They taught us that it's okay to disagree, okay to be silly, and okay to be madly in love after decades. In a culture that often celebrates the start of relationships but rarely honors the endurance of them, Kelly and Mark stood as a beacon. They showed that the happily ever after isn't a destination, but a daily choice to show up for one another, even when the world is watching. As we look toward the uncertain future of the show, there is a heavy sense of nostalgia. Can the magic ever be recreated? Probably not, and perhaps it shouldn't be. Trying to replace that specific dynamic would be like trying to catch lightning in a bottle twice.